Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Hey, 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 hey. Round of applause, round of applause. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Business Talk with Christina L. Turner, Kingmaker. And welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your very first time that you are with me today, I would say welcome to you. I would ask that you will bring someone else to watch my YouTube channel, share the video, like the video, and please subscribe. I need more subscribers. And I want to tell you guys, it's been so busy. I have not been able to get on YouTube because we've been busy. We did a call out for skincare testers for my company that was going to be launching next year. And we got an overwhelming response and just getting them out, getting all the skincare stuff out and all that stuff, making sure we're doing what we need to do. We had to do what we need to do. So I am here today to talk to you about FinCEN, okay, about the BOI report, because I know that we've been hearing it on social media, on TikTok, on other YouTube channels, Facebook, anywhere that there are anyone speaking about entrepreneurship, business owners, you have heard about the Treasury, the United States Treasury doing a BOI report. So I am going to share my screen with you today, and there's a couple of things that I definitely want to talk about. We're going to talk about the form, when it's due, and put it in layman's terms so you can understand, because I've gotten some questions as some people are a little bit confused on how this really works. And number two, are they really serious about charging you $500 a day? And I'm just going to give you a quick answer to that. That's a definite yes. No excuses, no exceptions, no way around it. Number three, if you've already filed some EIN numbers and you want to start a business 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever, 20 years ago, I'm going to tell you where you need to go to locate that information if those businesses are not active. If you cannot find the paperwork for it, I'll tell you what you need to do that. And then so that's 1, 2, 3. Number 4, what you can do and you need to do to dissolve it if you have not registered with the state, but they need to be dissolved with the IRS. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm getting ready to share my screen with you right now, and hopefully that this will be exceptionally helpful to you and for what it is that you need to do for your business. So this is the first page, and where you're going to go to FinCEN, FinCEN.gov. Okay, and when you get here, you're going to see this. So it's the U.S. Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement in New York. Okay, the network. So let me tell you why they put this together. And most of you, at least 99.9% of you, know why they put this together, because there was so much miscreant behavior when it came to, or fraudulent behavior. Let me just call it what it is. Fraudulent behavior for small businesses, or per se small businesses that were assisted financially during the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, 2020. And when we had to end everything shut down and businesses shut down, and it was just a lot of chaos financially for small businesses. And of course, people made and I would say made a lot of money off of that, off of the benefits of the government. So because they know that, and because people had not been filing tax returns on those business years after, what this is 2023, and those tax returns had not been filed on those businesses, hasn't been consistent, so they realize it has been some fraudulent behaviors on those particular businesses. So now we have this U.S. Treasury Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, where now they are mandating anyone that is a sole proprietor, LLC, and if I'm sure about it, S Corp owners, or, and I'm going to say this, or those who are the overseers of these companies, you have to do a BOI report. So what is a BOI report? Okay, and I'm moving my screen up as I talk. The BOI is the Beneficial Owner Information Report. Everybody has to do it if you have any of these LLCs. So as you have heard, and now that you are seeing, I'm going to click on this and so that you can learn about the requirements, okay? 1, you can file electronically. 2, there is no fee. Now, when I think about no fee up to the repercussions and consequences of not filing it at $500 a day, we're not going to even talk about if, you know, if even if you have it or not, regardless of the point, if you have the finances to take care of it or not, definitely one of the things that you do not want to have on your records that you need to pay somebody $500 a day because you didn't file a free form on time. And again, it is electronically. Now, when will it be available? It's not going to be available until January the 1st of 2024. And then you have to find out, let's see if you qualify for an exemption. So here is, there are 23 different entities that are exempt from beneficial ownership information reporting requirements. And I just want to give a couple of these to you, but I definitely want you to go read for yourself because I believe that reading is fundamental, but comprehension is priceless. Okay, so we want to read and get covered. So if you are going to be exempt, if you are a securities reporting issuer, a government authority, if you are a bank, if you are a credit union, okay, if you have a money service business, a broker or dealership, a venture capitalist fund, and just to name an accounting firm, okay, tax exempt entity, you do not have to file for this. If you have an inactive entity, and I'm going to get to the inactive entity, all right, because they don't know if your entity is inactive unless you tell them. And we're going to get to that because remember, I said I'm going to tell you where you need to file some paperwork, okay, in regard to that EIN number that has been connected to your Social Security number. If you are a state licensed insurance producer, you do not have to do that. If you are an insurance company, you do not have to do it. So any other business, go down this list and see where your business falls in and act accordingly. And that's how you know that you will be exempt, okay? If you are a retail business, you are not exempt. If you are skincare, like I have a skincare company that's going to be launching next year, even though we already registered, so we still have to do that, the BOI for C. Larice, and I have to do a BOI for C. Turner Tax Services, and we already closed one of my other companies. And but we still need to, we gave ourselves a year to dissolve everything, so the paperwork for that is done. Okay, so that's how you're going to qualify for the exemption. You want to make sure that you are exempt. If your type of business is not on that list, that means you're not exempt. Okay, then how do you get your FinCEN ID? I just want to go through this here. So 1, how do you get an identifier? So individuals, you're going to be able to request a FinCEN either on January the 1st, and we know January the 1st, 2024, everything is practically closed. So I would say January the 2nd, okay? You need to complete an electronic web form, so it should be up and ready to go by the 1st of January, okay? Make sure that you provide your full legal name, your date of birth, your address, unique identifying number, and any other documentation that they may need, like your passport, driver's license, or anything like that, and you will submit it, and then they're going to give you an identifier number that is going to be, of course, different from any other person's. What I would say to you as when you apply for your EIN number, I would say I always want to download that PDF and I put it in a file, regarding that, so that you can always go back to that and or print it out and put it in where you keep all of your corporate or business paperwork in your back office. You want to make sure that you have that as well. Okay. So, so once you get all of that stuff done, then you're able to go ahead and file your report. All right. So this is a non-negotiable situation. And I know that we have at times, I've had clients at times have filed taxes late in regard to their businesses or filed taxes late individually. And of course, if you don't owe, there's no penalties, right? But if you owe, you have, the interest and all of the other fees that goes on with it being late fees and interest fees is tied on to the amount of money that you may be owing the IRS. So with that, this is non-negotiable. You will have to pay $500 a day, and you cannot say my CPA didn't do it, because they're not going to be considering them as a responsible party. You can't say you forgot or whatever. You have a certain period of time. You have until those that have businesses before January the 1st, 2024. We have until, I would say, December the 31st, because I would like to be early, and I wouldn't even wait that long to even file the report. File the report when you get ready to do your taxes, and whoever is your tax professional, hopefully we are here at C. Turner Tax Services, hopefully you will have them to make sure that that form is filed and you get a copy of it, and then you can go from there. Okay, that will save you a lot of time of forgetting. Okay. Number two, one of the other things I wanted to talk about is, how do you know if you still have the EIN number? Because you have no idea where that paperwork is, and you moved around, or you wanted to start a business and it did not go through for whatever your reasons. You changed your mind, you couldn't get the funding for whatever your reasons are. Will you be held responsible for that EIN number? Yes, yes, yes. So what do you need to do? I need for you to go to the irs.gov. There is a 1-800 number. Look it up. I want you to Google it and call the IRS. You can call the IRS. They have a business sector part of the IRS. I know it's going to be hard to get through as we get closing to the closing year, because everyone wants to talk to the IRS, okay, about now. You want to make sure that you call early in the morning. The best time to call the IRS is at 7:30 in the morning. I know it's early, but the earlier the better, okay? So wherever your location is, make sure that you call them, okay, early in the morning, so that you can get through and get the information that you need, and you can ask them, listen, I opened up a business a long time ago. They have that EIN number that is connected to your Social Security number. And ask them, and make sure that you write it down, the name of the company, the EIN number. They can give you all that. The IRS knows, okay? They know, all right? So you can get all that information from them. Then if it's a business that you definitely are not wanting to participate in any longer, even if you just held on to that EIN number, for 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, because it doesn't have the, it doesn't have a duration. They never gave a time, okay? So you just want to make sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's. You definitely want to send a letter, okay? So if you, if you're going to have to send a letter to the IRS, so you can either send it to, you can send it to Utah. I'm going to put the information in the comments section so that you can easily find it. And I'm also, not only will you be able to send a letter, but you can also fax it to them. And the reason why you are requesting to closing your account with that particular EIN number. If you do it online, you have to create an account with the IRS, which I'm sure most people, a lot of people do have an account with the IRS, where you have your personal account and you could log in, and it should be in your account, those EIN numbers that are attached to you. So you can either call the IRS, okay, or you can create an account and it should be connected to you. I know my businesses are connected to me, and it's probably because I have a lot of conversation with the IRS in regard to my clients, okay? So you want to do that. And now, like I said, you can either send it to them by snail mail or you can fax it to them as well. And make sure that the fax go through. If you decide to send it to them snail mail, make sure you send it certified. You know, that little green piece of paper that's in the post office, you want to fill that out. Make sure it's on an envelope so there can be a track on it so that it doesn't, quote unquote, get lost in the mail. All right. So one more thing. Now, you dissolving it. Let's say, for instance, you don't know how to put the letter together or you need help with that. I would offer our services at C. Turner Tax Services. What I would like for you to do is go to info@cturnertaxservices.com. We will be happy to help you to get that in, put an inquiry in, and we'll send you our fee to do that for you. Let me see what else I wanted to tell you in regard to this FinCEN. I think I have covered everything for you on this. And I also just wanted to let you know that on January the 13th, I will be in Houston, Texas. Yes, I used to live in Houston a few years ago, and I was going to be moving back to Houston, and I just decided not to, but I still have connections there. And one of my really, really good connects, who is a PR genius, is Miss Sheba. And Sheba is she is the principal owner, CEO of Muse PR and Creative AF in Houston, Texas. And we are going to be doing a collaboration together on, get this, because it's that time of year, on vision boards. But this is going to be specifically for business. It's a business intensive. So there's going to be, I'm telling you, is beyond you putting some pieces of paper together and notes and all that. We're going to be talking about colors. We're going to be talking about manifesting and how to bring the energy in and what you need to do when you're trying to put your vision board together for your business. This is not your personal life, your intimate life. It's all going to be about business. So I'm also going to put the link in for you to register for the intensive. We're going to give you lunch. You're going to have snacks, and all the materials are going to be there as well. And there's going to be certain exercises that we're going to be doing. It's going to be minimally a 4-hour event. So you can bring your teams who are interested in being a part of the entrepreneur community, and they want to be entrepreneurs, so they start in entrepreneurship. This will be a good time to navigate that. And in the coming weeks, I'm going to have some people on here, even me and Miss Sheba are going to be talking about vision boards. And I have a couple of other guests that are going to be coming on here to lead up to the event. So that is all that I have for you today. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm sure that it's going to be an awesome year of 2024. I look forward to seeing you guys really, really soon. And again, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I wish that you will prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. God bless.